We are going to be creating a picture that will help us practice our organic shapes and review the three primary colors. The first thing that you're going to get is a black piece of paper. You're going to write your name, write a 2, your teacher's letter, and then flip your paper over to the blank side. I will be coming around with some leaf templates or patterns. You will be able to choose 2 of the leaf patterns. I think I'm going to choose these 2. We want to think about Georgia O'Keeffe and how Georgia O'Keeffe used her whole space to create her artwork. You're going to want some of your organic shapes to go off the edge of your paper. So I'm going to choose one of these leaves to start with, and I'm going to select a place I would like to start tracing my leaf. You're also going to get a container that will have the 3 primary colors and a white color stick. This color stick is a little bit like a crayon and a colored pencil mixed together. So the first thing I'm going to use is my white color stick. And all I'm going to do on this part is pay attention to the lines that make up my organic shape, and I'm going to trace them on my black paper. I do want to go back and get these lines nice and thick and bright white, so I might have to go over them a couple of times. When we trace the outside line of a shape, it's actually called a contour line. The contour lines are the outside lines that make up a shape. Once I'm finished, I'm going to remove that leaf, and I'm going to take my next leaf pattern and select a spot to put that leaf. I really want to have some overlapping in my picture, so I want to make sure that I get that here with the second leaf. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and trace, making sure that my lines are thick and bright white. Even though I have a leaf right here, I'm going to go ahead and just go right over that other leaf there and overlap the 2. You need to put your leaf patterns on 3 or 4 times. Okay, so I've already got 1 leaf traced here. I'll have a second one here. I'm going to do at least 1 more, maybe 2 more tracings of my leaf. And I will show you when I'm finished. Now that I am finished tracing the contour or the outside lines of my organic shapes, I'm going to go back and I'm going to add a few of the leaves' veins. Now, a leaf has a vein in it so that from the tree, coming up the tree trunk and the tree branches and going finally out to the leaf, there is food and nutrients that go to the leaf through these veins. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a few of the veins into my leaves. I don't need a lot of lines. I only want a few. And once again, when I draw these veins, I want them to be nice, thick lines, nice and bright white. And one last one. now that I have the veins in, I can go ahead and put my color stick back into my little container. You're going to be thinking about the color wheel now, and you're going to be thinking first about the primary colors. So you know, we've reviewed these, you know that the primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. And these three colors are very special because we can mix two of the colors together to make a brand new color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose one to start with. I'm going to start with my red. And I am going to very lightly, this is chalk pastel. And chalk pastel is not meant to be colored in using lots of pressure, pressing down really hard on the actual pastel. You need to use it by coloring lightly. So you're not putting a lot of pressure on your paper. You also do not need to color every single little space on your paper. You'll notice that I still have a lot of black that is showing in my leaf. The reason that we do this is because oil pastel is meant to be blended or mixed together, and it gives it a soft kind of look. And I'll show you that in just a minute here. So I want to go and make sure, I kind of have to decide which leaf I want to have on the top. So I decided it was this leaf here. So you can see I colored right over this line that belongs to my other leaf. Okay. I did, however, go around the veins of the leaf right here so that it would stay a little bit brighter white. Now, I'm going to set the red aside and I'm going to grab a different primary color. I'm going to use blue. And once again, I'm just gonna lightly go over it. I'm not scribbling, but I'm also not coloring in every single little spot. Now, I'm going to go ahead and finish coloring in all of my other leaves. Notice on this last leaf over here that I colored, I went all the way through with the yellow, but I decided just to take my red and put it just right next to the leaves veins, and I wanted to see if it'll make it have a little bit different look. Okay, the other thing that you might notice is right away what happens to most of these colors when you mix the two primaries together. You'll notice that almost immediately when I put the red on top of the yellow, it started to become orange. On this one over here as well, it started to create that secondary color. Over here with the blue and the yellow, I'm getting a little bit of green. Now, you're going to have a tissue in your spot, so you're going to wipe your hands a little bit. And you are going to get a little Q-tip like this, okay? You're going to take your Q-tip, and to blend or mix the colors together, you're going to, once again, very lightly and quickly, you're going to go right over your colors. This is going to blend or mix your colors together. This helps the color to look a little bit softer and to fill in some of those black spaces that were left when you colored nice and lightly with your chalk. So I'm being careful to go to every little spot, really filling in my corners here and my edges of my leaf. to get ready to go to the next leaf, I'm just going to take my tissue and wrap it around my Q-tip and gently twist the Q-tip. Do not squeeze your tissue or pull, because you will pull this end off here. You just want just a little bit. Now it's not gonna clean it all the way, but it'll get it so that that color isn't gonna come off quite as easily, okay? And then you're gonna go to your next leaves and you're gonna blend the colors on your next leaves as well. Step of this project, you are going to have your choice how you want to finish the background, okay? So in this picture that I did here, I wanted to practice my contour lines some more. So I went and created these lines here that look kind of like a ripple, like maybe these leaves were in the water and the water then was making ripples. The other thing that you could do is take your white color stick and you could actually lightly color the background, leaving some of that black to show through. This helps to create something that's called contrast. Contrast is when you put light and dark next to each other or on top of each other, and it really helps your picture stand out even more. So you decide how you want to finish it. You can kind of see how this background is turning out. But you decide which one you like better. I hope you have fun with your organic shaped leaves and reviewing your primary colors. I can't wait to see your pictures.